Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. When we left off last time, we'd finished up the Underwater Republic base, and we're trying to figure out how to kill this guy for the Genoharadan. So, I'm gonna solo mode right quick. No, don't pause it, just go off on your own. You ladies stay here. Solo. There we go. This is the panel that I need to use, which... this doesn't seem very stealthy. There's two guards looking right at me, but we're gonna just go for it, I guess. Alright, 6 spikes. Let's do it. Uh-oh. Well, I suppose I should have known it's dark side to kill people like that. But this helps the cause of the Republic, so we're not gonna sweat it. Oh no, what happened here? Who could have foreseen such a thing?
I'm sorry, I'm on duty, citizen. Please refer any questions to our diplomatic corps.
You guys aren't even concerned?
Go talk to our diplomatic representative. Don't bother me with it.
Well, moving along then. What's up, guys? Stop, human. Okay, I'm stopped. We have detected a number of underwater detonations coming from the vicinity of the Hrakert Rift. This again? Yeah? You've been known to have been asked questions about this, and our spy monitors in the Republic Embassy recorded you leaving the submersible that descended to the Hrakert Rift. You will come with us immediately to answer for your actions, or we will be forced to take you by force. You'll never take me alive. Now I'll come peacefully. Do I get a lawyer again? But if they can do that, the whole system could. Silence. This is not for outsiders to hear. Well, human, you find yourself in a most difficult situation. The Hrakert Rift is the most precious resource on Manaan, and anything that threatens it or the culto it produces threatens our entire species. We will not tolerate threats to our neutrality, our existence, and our way of life. As much as we may admire your republic, and your order in particular, I believe you will have a hard time explaining your role in this incident adequately. We have determined that you are responsible for the detonations that occurred near the Hrakert Rift. We demand to know what occurred down there. If the Republic has broken its neutrality treaty with us, the repercussions shall be very grave indeed. What have you done to the Rift? Well... we could tell him the Sith did it. Let's just... I don't want to endanger the Republic, but... we're just going to be right out honest with them. Both our governments set this up, that's what happened. Research station? What are you talking about? Don't try to lie to us, human. We know of this. Oh, your buddy doesn't. What? Yeah. It will be discussed later. This cannot be kept silent. The council will hear nothing of this. You will keep your silence or be ejected from the court. But we cannot... yeah, that's right. You keep it quiet, buddy. What has happened at the research station? What caused the explosions? Alright. The machinery had woken up a giant Phyraxan shark. A giant Phyraxan? Could it be... impossible. It is only a legend. Ooh, what legend? Let's hear. But she said she killed it, didn't she? No, I didn't kill it. You killed this shark, human? No. I destroyed the machinery to save it. The progenitor, it must have been. Be quiet. It's merely a myth, not fit for outsiders to hear. But if it was the Lifebringer, the ancestor of our species, think of what this could mean. You guys are descended from Phyraxan sharks? If it always laired there, then perhaps the culto... Enough. Off-worlders are not to hear of such things. But she said she saved it. She destroyed the harvesters to save it. Yeah, I certainly did. Indeed. This casts your actions in a new light, human. Yeah, this is the way better option, I'm thinking, over choosing to poison it. This, I believe, will require more thought, both on your actions and on what we must do in response. This court will adjourn while we deliberate. We've reviewed your actions in the situation, human. We thank you for the destruction of the machinery and saving the giant Phyraxin, which we believe is the source of our Kotor, or at least its guardian. We will not detain you any longer. While we cannot show our gratitude overtly, know that you have earned our respect. Well, alright. This trial is now over. Well, that worked out pretty well for us. We messed around in both embassies, and there weren't really any consequences for it. Come over here, ladies. We're on the move. What, is something going on?
If it weren't for the Republic, Manaan would already be under Sith control. But we haven't heard one word of thanks from the Selkath.
Yeah?
One day soon, the Selkath will pay for the indignities they have inflicted on the Sith.
Whatever. Alright, are you two coming? Whatever. They can hang out there. We're on the move. Oh, where was that one guy? I can tell him I killed Lorgan. And there's Nilko here, but I don't think we need to talk to any of these people. Okay, this is not actually where I want to be at all. We're going to go find my Genoharadan guy, talk to him, and then I think we're going to just leave the planet. There was that murder mystery, too, that I'd kind of like to look into, but I'm not really sure what we can do about it. I think this is the detention cell, right? Holding cell. Okay, let's... I just don't think I can get in. And when I talked to the guy at the hotel, he didn't really have anything to say. Only arbiters are permitted. Alright, yeah, so we're not making any headway there. Okay, let's go this direction. No, not into the... Where am I trying to get to? How do I get out of here? Oh, right there. And I'm going the totally wrong way again. I don't know why I'm so bad at just following a map. There we go. At long last. Alright, party. Oh my goodness. Bastila, mission. Are you about done gawking? We've got things to do. We're going to solve this the easy way. There we go. Now then. This makes more sense anyhow. We have to talk to the Genoharadan guy by ourselves. Okay, I have to remember where he is at. Not here. Is this where the hotel is, though? What's this? No. Alright. There's this fella. Now then. Welcome back, Lavinia. I see you have come alone. This is good. I assume you are here to discuss the business of the Genoharadan. Yep, Lorgan is dead. Yes, Lavinia, the agents I sent to watch you have reported back to me concerning Lorgan's death. You should take pride in a job well done. And, as promised, here is your reward for the task. A poisoned vibroblade forged exclusively for the use of those within our guild. It will serve you well, I am sure. Oh, not really. I'm all about lightsabers. This assignment was only the beginning, Lavinia. A small test, which I am pleased to say you passed. But now a more difficult challenge awaits you. Oh, what's that? There are 3 targets that the Genoharadan wants you to remove. If you can eliminate all 3, then you will gain full membership in our ancient guild. The first is a Gamorrean named Vorn Dasrad. The second is a shapeshifter called Rulin Prolik. The third is a Selkath known as Hrakert Rift. Well, tell me about the Selkath, since we're right here. He isn't violent like Rulin or Vorn, but in many ways he's far more dangerous. He's a con artist and blackmailer who's taken millions of credits from rich and powerful families. He also deals in secrets and information, and these can be far more deadly than any blaster. But Hrakert is careful. We know he's somewhere here on Manaan, but we don't know where. All we know is how to contact him. There's a Twi'lek named Vek at the Manaan swoop track. He can set up a meeting between you and Hrakert. Yeah, why would Vek set up a meeting between us? Hrakert poses as a merchant of rare antiquities. It's the perfect cover for his real work. It gives him access to rich and powerful families without drawing suspicion. You'll have to convince Vek that you represent a buyer interested in purchasing some rare art from Hrakert. Convince Vek, and he'll set up a meeting. The meeting is your one chance to take Hrakert out, but be careful. He'll choose the time and place, and he's not going to leave himself vulnerable. Alright, tell me about Vorn Dasrad. Vorn is a freelance bounty hunter. He's very, very good, but he's a bit too sadistic for our tastes. He likes to sacrifice an efficient kill for the pleasure of watching his victims suffer. Ugh. The Genoharadan will tolerate a certain amount of competition, but Vorn has become too dangerous. You'd be surprised at how much political damage one rogue assassin can inflict. Vorn was last seen on Tatooine. We suspect he's taking a break from hunting sentience by going after a crate dragon. We don't want him to leave the Dune Sea alive. Alright, any tips? Just be careful when you face off against him. Vorn doesn't travel alone. He's always got his assault droid close at hand. The two of them make a formidable pair. Okay, how about Rulin Prolik? We don't know much about Rulin, except that he's some kind of shapeshifter. We don't even know if it's a natural ability or the result of some powerful alien technology. But we suspect he's behind several prominent assassinations on the Outer Rim. The Genoharadan are worried he might decide to move his operations closer to the galactic core. So you want me to kill somebody based on suspicions? With his ability to assume virtually any form, he could wreak havoc in the Galactic Senate. We aren't about to let that happen. So how do I find someone who could look like anyone? Finding Rulin won't be easy, but we have reports he may be on Kashyyyk, which is actually where I want to go next. He's probably honing his skills by hunting the dangerous creatures in the Shadowlands. Anything else? Just a warning, Lavinia. The assignments I have just given you are far more difficult than the simple bounties I gave you as your first test. Complete all 3 missions, and you will have proven yourself to be truly worthy of joining the Genoharadan. As before, you will be well rewarded for each successful bounty. You can return to me after each mission to collect your reward. Is there anything else, Lavinia? I'll be back later. I will be waiting here for you, Lavinia. The Genoharadan are eager to see the extent of your abilities. Alright, so we have to decide if we really want to go through and do all that. This shady guy. Oh, we talked to him before and he didn't want to do anything. I don't know what. Maybe he'll come up later in another quest that starts on like a different planet or something. But we're going to get dark side points every time we kill somebody. So I guess that... I guess it's inarguably a bad thing if you're getting dark side points. But it seems like in some ways, like the guy we took out now would have done a lot of damage if he'd had his big trial. He could have said all kinds of incendiary things. So maybe we did right to take him out. I don't know. We'll see.
Sorry, buddy, but the hotel is closed. Ever since the murder, the Selkath have made me keep this place locked up tight. Only the Selkath authorities, and those authorized by them, are allowed in.
I'm authorized.
Ha!
Nope.
They sent me a list of people to let in, and they're all Selkath. Somehow, you just don't look like one.
I'll be going.
Yeah.
This I got way back when. Okay, yeah, I'm not really sure what to do with that, so I guess we're just gonna go. I know we didn't do the swoop track. I don't want to do the swoop track. Maybe sometime later I'll do... Like, I'm assuming every planet's probably gonna have a swoop track, so maybe I'll just do like an episode of swoop. And just save it till close to the end. For now, back to our ship. Mission?
Hey there. What can I do for you?
Well, I suppose I should talk to you. Well, give me a security
Sorry,
spike first.
I don't...
Fine.
Hey there.
But we'll talk to you before we head out, in case you have anything new to say.
Maybe if we get these tat glands formed, things will work...
Nah, you already said that. There she is. Juhani, do you have anything to say?
Yes. What is it?
Is something
I
wrong?
was remembering Taris.
Again. Well, I'm not sorry, so I'm not going to say that. What about it?
It was a horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from the upper levels, and the meager pay doing back-breaking labor.
Well, and those rat ghouls. I don't remember seeing any of her people on Terrace.
There were none. Bad enough to be a race that is feared and hated by humans, but to be one that is strange and different, even among non-humans. But living was hard enough, without the stigma of being from a lost race. There was always the danger of rat ghouls coming up from the sewers, or more mundane predators living and working in the area. My family and I struggled each and every day to make something of our lives. But we could only go so far. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the streets, and whatever was left paying for what food and medical supplies we could afford.
No one would help you.
And of course, there was the constant bigotry and hate from the more affluent and human citizens, lording their wealth over us living below.
Yeah, we did
once
see
in
a lot of
while,
that.
A rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage just to see how the wildlife lived, and laughed at the mockeries that were our successes. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. Indeed, some of the greatest people I have ever met are human.
Like who?
The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order. The one who was with the group going to fight the Mandalorians. She was human. I suppose I see something of her in you when I look... I am sorry. I am getting away from my point. If there even was one. Sometimes I curse the day my parents fled to Taris. But then again, if they had not, I would not be where I am today.
Fled from where?
Another story for another time. For now, we must continue our own epic. To save the galaxy, if we can.
Alright, well that was a better conversation with her than the last one at any rate. So I could probably talk to everybody else too, but let's get to Kashyyyk first. And we can talk to him when we land. And there's Korriban as well. Kashyyyk and Yavin. Well, I want to go to Kashyyyk because I really want to get Zalbar to open up to us, so let's see what this does.
Calo Nord is dead, Lord Malik. He has failed in his mission. Forgive me.
The penalty for failure is death, Admiral Kareth. But the failure was Calo's, not yours. You may rise.
Shall I hire another bounty hunter, Lord Malik?
No mere bounty hunter can stand against a Jedi. I shall not make the same mistake again. My apprentice, Darth Bandon, shall take care of our young Jedi friend.
Darth Bandon, huh? Alright. Bring it on, Bandon. What, he's just messing people up because he can?
Find Bastila and bring her to me, alive, if possible.
As you command, Master.
Well, we'll have to be on the lookout for him then. A nice foresty planet. I do like that kind of atmosphere.
You felt it, yes? Another vision? The Force continues to work through us, showing us the star maps unearthed by Revan Malak. Kashyyyk is a lush but simple and undeveloped world. I would not have expected to find the alien technology of a star map here.
Well, if it's from tens of thousands of years ago, it may have been totally different way back in the past. So, it looked like the star map was on the forest floor.
The Wookiees of Kashyyyk make their home high among the Rosha branches. Only their bravest warriors dare to descend into the forbidding depths of the forest. If the star map is located far beneath us on the planet's surface, as our vision seems to suggest, it's unlikely the Wookiees even know of its existence. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
All right. Let's go ahead and have a quick conversation.
How can I help?
You're curious about something.
Am I so transparent?
Yes.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, considering our bond.
Yet you always are.
There is something I would like to ask, if you'll permit it.
Go ahead.
In our time together, I've been watching you. You are a true servant of the light. You follow the tenets of the Jedi Order despite the lure of the dark side. And with so little training...
It's not really that hard.
It's always been a constant battle. Don't you find it difficult at all? You make it seem so easy. Or is that only an illusion?
Yeah, I just do what I think is right. That's all it really takes, Bastila.
And that's enough for you. If only it were as easy for me. If only the right path was always clear. I've always struggled for control over my passions. I've always been too quick to anger, too quick to get involved. My instructors constantly berated me for it. I've often dreamed that I might be able to confront Darth Malak myself. I dream I can use all this power I have to kill him and stop all the death and destruction. I just think about all the evil that the Sith have caused, and I get so furious. Yet we are told that these feelings are the path to the dark side.
Well, there's a little danger I could see in her losing control, but I don't know. I think destroying that kind of evil may well be worth it.
But what comes next? After using all that power, would you decide to impose your own view on the universe? The dark side corrupts your very thoughts. The very thought that I could become as evil as Malak, I just can't fathom it. It just doesn't seem possible. I mean, how could I... No. Wait, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be asking you this. The Jedi teachings are clear. Who am I to question them? And even worse, who am I to try and make you question them?
What?
These are dangerous thoughts. The indulgence of a vain mind. Please, forget I ever mentioned this. Let's just return to our mission.
Don't worry so much about things, Bastila. It'll be fine. Alright. We should probably talk to Karth too, but we'll do that next time. I'm going to wind the episode down here. Like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back next time. We'll talk to Karth. We'll talk to Canderous. We could try to fix HK again. I really would like to get more information out of him. And then we'll head on out into Kashyyyk. I think we're going to make sure to put Zalbar on the team and see if we can finally get some conversation out of him.